Some residents of Chitambo Rural and Central Province have cried to government for electricity, stating that while other rural areas have been supplied with electricity, they have continued to live in the dark. The residents claim that even engaging in small businesses that require electricity, such as barber shops and saloons, is a far-fetched dream for them. Zambia's Vision 2030 seeks to increase the rural electricity access rate from the current 4.5% to 51%. More in this report.
The Rural Electrification Authority, REA, needs about $50 million annually to implement projects identified under the Rural Electrification Master Plan. Stories on the positive impact electricity has on the livelihoods of the people have been heard. However, more people still do not have access to electricity, like in Chitambo district in Miseshi village. People depend on mini solar panels to charge their phones and radios. Maidon Mwape shared with this journalist his desire to have a reliable access to electricity.
Ifwe amalaiti tulakabira sana kairi chikankala sana amalaiti kuti yatwafwa temutauni mwekawe na muno mushitulelo mba kuli baiti galungu ifwe tulavota mu Chitambo tulavota so efyo tukabira no kabira ti aba bantu nga twalomba kuli batata baiti galungu batwafwako kuno amalaiti yakankala sana na tukwata kono tulimba bana bakasukulu firiafine na mativi nga mutauni muri amwine na ifwe bene nishi chire tuamina mwamona so nomba ififini tufyaperera fini mutauni nga muno mushi nishi mwena teti mube amalaiti.
Government and industry knows this, which is why Vision 2030 envisions the contribution of renewable energy and alternative energy sources moving from 2% to 15% of the country's electricity mix. These are ambitious plans given Zambia's rapid growing population. The recently signed Memorandum of Understanding between the Worldwide Fund for Nature and the Ministry of Energy aimed at realizing enhanced uptake of non-hydro renewable energy is a milestone towards enhancing rural electricity coverage, which remains poor at below 5%. Dilwe Siamuntu is WWF Freshwater Project Officer.
As you've noticed, the hydro infrastructure has been heavily hit by climate change, which has affected our capacity to generate power. And the trade-off effects with the lack of power have greatly impacted our economy. And as WWF, we've noticed that renewable energies could be a solution. In line with the government's agenda for energy diversification, we want to promote solar as an alternative source of energy to meet our demand for power in Zambia here. The partnership here is strongly aligned to promoting renewable energies, clean and sustainable energies that can drive Zambia's energy future forward.
Rural Electrification Authority Chief Executive Officer Clement Silavwe acknowledges that private sector participation is critical in rural electrification and underscored the need to explore alternative energy solutions.
There's a lot of solar energy that it is not utilizing, and for certain purposes, solar energy is sufficient even when isolated. Yeah. We've been to Chipangali, the headman Standika's village, and we've seen there hammer mills, shellers, welding machines operating from the solar energy. And we've seen something else. In fact, what drew us there was that a gadget to actually cook using electricity from solar.
Hyrdro currently provides 80% of Zambia's electricity capacity, mostly through large-scale grid-connected generation. But such reliance on large hydro and grid connections cannot continue if electricity is to be accessed by millions of people living in hard-to-reach rural communities. Patrick Soko, Cabinet News in Lusaka.